All right, well, next little project I was going to do is try to grow some sweet potatoes. I tried last year and didn't do very good. Put them in glass. I saw on the internet you could stick them in water. They'd grow slips, and I got them to do that. I just didn't research it enough to know that you got to get the slips off, get them rooted, and plant them to get sweet potatoes. I just planted the whole sweet potato, slips and all. That didn't work. So I'm going to try again this year. These are store-bought sweet potatoes. They put a sprout inhibitor on a sweet potato and a regular potato. That's one good reason you probably want to grow your own potatoes, because I'm pretty sure that stuff they put on is not very good to eat. Needless to say, so these sweet potatoes, I read online that you could take vitamin C tablets, crush them up, put them in water to sorbic acid, soak your sweet potatoes in them for 15 minutes, and it'll take that stuff off of the potato. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I did. And then I washed them. I didn't scrub them or anything because I didn't want to destroy any buds on the outer surface. So what I'm going to do is, saw a guy online, older gentleman who've been growing sweet potatoes his entire life, and his daddy grew them, and right back through from the south. And he talked about how you get the potatoes, you plant them, and when the slips grow, you pull the slips off, and then you take the slip and you plant the slip, and that grows the potato. But his slips, when they grew up out of the dirt, when he pulled them off, they were well-rooted slips. So we're not going to fill them. And he cussed up a storm about people putting sweet potatoes in the water. So we're not going to put them in water. I'm going to try like he did it. He just put them in dirt, the whole potato, and it grew the slips. And when they came up out of the ground, he pulled those off as they came up. And he says you could just keep doing it all summer. I think most sweet potatoes need 120 days to grow a sweet potato. There's some breeds that are shorter. I went and ordered a couple of them, the Beauregard, online. They're not here yet. When they get here, I'll go ahead and get them in the ground too, just to see. So next year I'll have organic sweet potatoes that haven't been coated with any chemical, and they should sprout pretty easily. That's basically was my idea. This is what we're going to try. So I got 5 sweet potatoes in this bucket. I'm going to fill the bucket up with dirt, and this is compost from last year. I'm going to fill it up with dirt, and he filled it up with sawdust. I don't have any sawdust right at the moment, so this is going to be good dirt, so they should grow and be able to push up. He used sawdust in his grow bins because it was easier to get the slips off, or they grew faster. I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but I'm going to plant them 3 or 4 inches deep so that as the slip grows, plenty of the slip will be underground, which will grow roots. So when you go pulling them off, you have a good rooted slip. But that's the plan. We'll see how it works this year. I'll put these in the greenhouse, and that should give them, a matter of fact, I'm going to put them up on the compost heap so they get the heat. I know a sweet potato likes heat, and I'm pretty sure you can't plant a sweet potato until your nights are probably 40 or 50 degrees steady. I'll research that before I go planting them in the field. I am going to plant stuff. I'm doing a lot of the no-till stuff that older gentleman from England, I forget what his name was. I've said his name on other videos. I'll look it back up. But I'm using no-till in part, but I got a other area that's going to be tilled, and where I live is a lot of clay. So I'm going to try to try some things to get better results. And I might take those areas into no-till if I can get this compost thing. If I can get this hot compost working and I can do enough of it to, without killing myself, to be able to spread compost on everything, I'll do that. But anyhow, I'll get these buried in this container. I might have to do 2 containers because I've got 5 potatoes and I'm not sure if those will all fit in there and not cross over it, but I might be able to get them all in there. And I'll be back. Alright, well I had planted them in 2, 3 in one, 2 in the other. Got them on the compost heap, and we have them about pretty deep, so we'll see. Hopefully not too deep and they don't grow. We'll see. They say it can take up to a month to grow, and I don't think I'm going to be able to plant them until in May or June. So I got a good 2 months to get them to grow. We'll see if they grow. Don't. They're store-bought, so we'll see. I thought about the somebody who sells sweet potatoes online. You could just go buy. They could just be going and buying sweet potatoes from the store and selling them for 3 or 4 times the money. I hope that's not the case, but you never know. Hope these all get sprouted before I have to get them off this compost. I got my face over this compost thing, and it is definitely putting out the heat. Hope it's not too much heat. So far the little lettuces like it. They're growing pretty good. The ones that are growing. There's some other ones coming up. Nothing coming up in these other 2 yet. All right, well, Saturday morning, about 10, 11 o'clock. We do have a chick starting to hatch. So I think I got 1 in there right at the moment, but I shined the flashlight in there. I try not to open this. That way I don't lose that humidity. And they can come out of their shells a lot easier. But I got 1 peeping in there, and I could see other eggs in there that they've started breaking. So we're going to leave it shut. Baby chick can last a day without any food. So we'll let them bang around in there. They got a good wire floor in there, so that'll keep their feet from splaying out, and they'll be able to, they'll bang around. The older ones, they'll just climb around. They'll be fine. But opening it right now is opening and closing and so on is not very good because you lose that humidity. They need that humidity a lot. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're in there chirping. And they can hear me. I've done this before, and I've had them chirping pretty good. But anyhow, I just wanted to show that. And then I got their box started. I'll get that temperature to 100. So I'll keep adjusting my light until I get it where I want it. I line the bottom of the little chick pen, whatever, chick box, with old shirts. It gives them a good base because they got little claws that they can keep their feet underneath them. You don't want them to get splayed legs, because then you just have to put the little guys down, and I don't like doing that. And the way if I have a chick that I have to put down because of whatever reason, I slide them into a Ziploc bag, zip it up, put them someplace dark and warm where they're comfortable. They just go to sleep and just don't wake up. It's pretty easy on them, pretty easy on me, because I'm not into, I guess there's all kinds of ways you could dispatch a small chick, but that way seems to work real good, because they just use up all their oxygen and just go to sleep. And just don't wake up. But anyhow, hopefully we won't have any problems. You don't really want to use wood chips in the beginning, or even